resources and
bro,
preparation and
bro.
strategy a Big 12 school has
No,
to a
no, no.
D2, you
I
cannot even compare.
I just
Let's
gave
be
you
real
a
here.
real life
Football,
Oh,
example
football
you
of
is not
you're not,
football because there are levels
bro.
to it. Let's be
You have
honest.
okay.
I'm telling
This
you,
gentleman
I just
just
get
a million. I think it was million. He just gave you a
no.
prime example. He went from D1, D2, JUCO, all these different levels of football, and he's telling you
NAIA.
football is football, regardless of how he
That,
crossed through the levels of football.
it's
I
it's
think the
it's
biggest
it's
thing
it
is
sounds
how they're
good,
going
but
to handle
it's not the truth.
adversity.
It don't sound good. It's reality.
It's not the truth. I mean,
How is this team going to handle adversity? If you down 14, if you down 17, are they going to point fingers or are they going to come together and fight
There you
back? I
go.
think that's
It's
the
There
the
you
few.
difference.
It's the
go.
few. It's
That's
the
the
few that gonna
game right
point
there.
fingers.
That's what it takes. There you
Great.
go.
And that
That
don't have
and
nothing to
that's
do with available resources.
It's a few.
where's
No,
your
It's a
no.
few of them.
If,
It's
where's
some.
if
your
It's,
heart?
And
somebody
then when it
makes a
comes to the
critical
X's and
mistake, are they going to
O's,
cuss them out or are they going to pick them up? That's the
where's
biggest
your
thing.
heart?
Benson.
Where's your
Yeah.
You
heart?
don't think resources matter? Okay, that's a good
Resources
Where's
point.
your
don't matter
heart,
when
dude?
it comes to pick up your teammate.
Where's your
Wh-
heart?
That's hard.
What
That's buy-in.
you can have all the heart you want, but you need talent and you need strategy. Let's
Now
be
he just
honest.
moved the goal
You
line. You
you
just moved the
definitely did. You
goalpost
definitely
back
I,
did.
again.
I never changed the
Well,
goal line, but
talent
So
and strategy is fine, but if things don't work out and you down 10 points with 7 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, who's going to step up? And if
Yeah.
somebody drops a touchdown,
Who gonna
who's
hold who
going to pick
accountable
him up? Yeah, yeah, who's going to pick
and
him up?
not
Because
and
these
hold them
guys barely
accountable
know
and
each other.
not bash them.
Yeah,
but
they only
you're
known
making
each
my
other for
point.
90 days.
But you've been I said that the entire time. We got to move to execution. We got to get away from all this yelling through cookouts and things like that, and we got to
Hmm.
Well,
get to the execution aspect. We
Yeah,
haven't
yeah,
but
and
seen
that's
that
where
yet.
and then
it starts at.
you gotta
It
start
starts with
somewhere.
it
I'm like,
starts right there. That's the
Everybody
beginning
having
of it.
cookouts right now.
But that's what
Everyone's
people
cooking.
don't understand. That's where it starts.
Build a
That's the
foundation.
basic foundation. Exactly. That's the
Boosie, what
basic
they supposed to do?
foundation of it.
Boosie, what are they supposed? You give us your idea of what you think the process should be to jail a team, because I don't
And
understand.
And I'm right.
you mean like in a perfect world, I would
No, see you, see
I'm
you.
writing it down, and I'm writing it down, Boosie.
see you. They I mean they got the hand. They provided, right. I mean
What
they
they do?
have they're choosing to build through the transfer portal. So this is what you have.
What do they do to
School school
build
school
chemistry?
school other schools, right? The Nebraskas and some SEC schools. I ain't gonna name particular ones. They're able to
That's
keep
not the question.
players and build chemistry.
Yeah.
Not the,
What? What do
True,
you mean?
man. True. That's true.
What's not the question?
that is not. I said, what would you do with CU? I'm not talking about Nebraska. I'm not talking about North Dakota State, K State. I'm talking about Colorado. You, the head coach. This is what you have to work with. What would you do
Inquiring minds want to know.
You mean right now?
right
Yeah.
now? The team
Right
that's
now.
on the roster. Right now.
Colorado's is doing the best they can because they chose to go through through the transfer portal. They chose to change coaches. They chose to change coordinators. And
So you
So
would have done the same thing. You would have
How
done
would
the
you
same
jail it
thing,
though?
right?
How would you jail the team?
What
yeah,
would you
that's the
do?
question. How would you jail
Like
it?
if a cookout not working, how would you jail the team? Because I'm gonna put it like this.
honestly, through year one, I wouldn't got rid of the whole team in year one.
Okay.
So
All right.
I would.
you would have went 0-12.
Okay. Okay. No, I'm writing
I
this
think.
down. Get rid
I'm,
of. Keep
I
the
mean,
whole team.
that sounds funny,
That's the
but
whole
I
team.
think we could have we could have retained a lot of talent, especially on the line.
I
Yeah,
I
agree
think
with
especially
you.
line.
a
Yeah.
lot of line. So I think we could have kept some of the chemistry there and
Hmm.
added to that and continue to build from there. And so there could be some type of nucleus moving forward.
I
Let
Y'all
me
agree.
do
ask. Let me
know
ask. Let me ask you
Kirby
this.
Smart
Let me
was
ask you this.
eight
Let
and
me ask
five
you this.
in his first year, right? Y'all do know that, right?
Hey, Big Tiger, exactly. Big Tiger in the
Yeah.
chat. More the Fran Brown model, what he's doing in
Yeah.
Syracuse.
All right.
Continuity.
But Fran Brown didn't have to totally rip up the roster there. He didn't have.
Prime didn't have to rip up the roster to go
Yes, he
4-8
did,
either.
bro. Bro, come,
1-11, I'd rip them up too.
For
1-11.
real.
Do you realize what's coming with that 1-11?
And you won by a
last
field
year?
goal. You won by a
You
field
got
goal.
a
Okay.
group of
Prime,
people
let's
that
be
has a
real.
losing
Prime did
attitude.
not have to rip up
Okay.
the roster like he did to go 4-8. He
Boosie.
could have
Under,
he
Do
could
you,
have added
Bootsy,
what was already there.
Bootsy, understand the psychological part about why he did it. You got a group of people
Psychologically.
that was on the 111 team. I'm a winner. I'm gonna bring a 111 team, bring everybody back, and
You
start.
there,
Listen,
promo? Okay.
I'm,
I know.
I'm
who,
gonna
Hey,
bring
who,
everybody back
Matt
and
We had
Rule
who
start
did
else
the
from
could
same
leave?
thing
scratch.
with
offensive
Baylor,
lineman
right?
that we
Y'all
kicked
do know
out
Matt
that went
Rule
to.
did the same thing with Baylor, and he didn't rip up the team.
Yeah,
Well, when you
Fran
got some
Brown did do
sorry
the same
people
thing
in the
with
building, you gotta get
Syracuse.
rid of
Okay.
them.
First of all,
We had some good offensive linemen that left
Yeah,
last
we
year.
did. That's
I'm
true.
with
That's true.
I'm
That's true.
with you on that. Totally 100% with
Individual
you.
linemen.
But let's
Individual.
be
What?
real. Come on, Booth. Let's be real. When Prime came in, those guys that left, all of them weren't pushed out. They chose
Yeah,
to follow the
Nico
lead
Reed,
of the
If
people that exit.
Montana.
nah,
So he didn't have to
if let me
stop
ask you.
Booth.
So if
Go ahead.
if you nah, man, you want to
Go ahead.
okay, you make your point, land the plane then.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so they it was reported, and other players have said this who transferred out, that
Yeah,
they all met individually with their position coaches.
that's
And their
right.
position coaches said, hey, we don't see a place for you on the team. That's kicking you out.
Okay, that's what they.
They probably
Uh,
told Charlie
the
that, but
coaching
Charlie
staff
stayed.
has said that
Why?
they
So
met
why
with
did Charlie?
20.
Why did? I'm
This
sorry.
is
Go
the
ahead.
coach. This from the coaching staff and Prime. We met with 20 or so kids, and we asked those players to leave. The rest of them left on their own volition. That's what he
So
Hmm.
said. So
so
you're gonna
so
who's
so
right? The
so if half the team was told, or more, probably more than
85,
half the team, if more than half the team was told to go, right? And you've been
85, 20 from 85, 20 from 85. He only bought
I'm not sure
four
how accurate that
players.
number. I'm not sure how accurate that number was, but let's go with half. If half the team was told to leave, and
Hmm.
you've been playing with these guys for 1, 2, 3 years. Some of these guys may be your roommates or what have you.
Yeah,
Da 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 da.
yeah.
Hey, they getting kicked off the team. You like, man, I'm gone too. What does
let's
this
let's
mean? I'm gone too.
let's be
It
realistic.
Okay.
When
Well,
you go
then
to
you
college, you're going to play
for
for a
yourself.
coach. You're recruited by a coach, whether it's a coordinator or it's the position coach. You're recruited by that person. Though
Hmm.
all those people left, and I understand Prime them might have been like, well, we don't have a spot for da. But their position coaches were leaving. Their coordinators were leaving. Those players left because they're not going to stay
Yeah.
with Prime and his whole new coaching staff. There's no way they're going to do that. Those
Hmm.
kids left to go with their position coaches or to go to a team where they were recruited in the past. They're not going to stay with Prime them. They're going to go with somewhere where they know they're wanted. That's why a lot of those players left. If we keep it a buck, if we're going to call a, like Tiger said, a ball and a strike, those players left to go with their coaches. They didn't
Yep.
leave to
Montana.
go because Coach Prime said y'all had to leave. Now,
Yep.
that could have been
Yep.
part of it, but I do believe that a lot of those players left because they went with what they knew, their position coach or their coordinator.
Hmm.
Matt
but
Rule
but
did
Y'all
it
see what
different
but
Montana
at
did.
Baylor.
but
Yeah.
but
Y'all see
many
what
of those
y'all.
players, said that they met with Boyle and other assistant coaches,
Yeah.
and they said, "Hey, there's no spot for you on the team."
Yeah, those many players you're speaking of are the many 20 players that they asked to leave. That doesn't have nothing to do with the other.
Man, 60 was it like 60 players left, man? When you keep saying
I
20,
they spoke with 20 and asked 20 to
Hmm.
leave.
who said
The
that? Who
Yeah.
said that?
That's what the coaching staff said.
Who? What coaching staff?
Coach
Who said that?
Prime, Flea, um,
Mm-mm.
I don't think Ball and them spoke on it, but Prime specifically, the
If
head
60
coach.
left, and you think they only did exit interviews with 20, tell me
I
I
you
think
think
can
they
about
believe
67,
you
they
can believe
68 left.
Big
you can
Tiger,
believe that.
you said Alabama team didn't leave. Alabama lost 38 players this season, man. What talk about, Big T? Don't want to get back
Facts.
in
Hey,
here,
He
man.
they
hey,
You
he
know
Matt
the
released
Rule.
story,
it.
right?
Matt
They
Rule took
released
a
it. They
Alabama
wrote
1
lost
and
38
11
players, bro.
the
Baylor
signees
program and
How
turned
much
it to
Yeah.
11
million,
degrees
Yeah.
in 3
million
years.
bro?
the
What
A
happened?
million
commits
still.
for Bama said if we don't, they said that was on loud talking about going to Bill Belichick before they got Kalen
So
DeBoer. They
you
said we can
don't
get Bill
have to use
Belichick.
the
We
transfer
bouncing.
Yeah,
portal to
yeah.
turn everything
And
around because Matt Rule proved that you don't have to do that.
We agree with you,
I've been
but
using
Matt
I've been
Rule
using
didn't have
Nebraska.
that level of talent on his team when he took over. Come on.
I was
Yeah,
Yeah,
using
he took over a 1-11 team.
I used Nebraska as an example. Actually, Northwestern won 1-11 last year too.
Oh,
Didn't Northwestern
but,
make a bowl game?
but that's
And
not, he wasn't just talking about the 1-11 team. Even if you just go back 2 years, 2 years. What was the team like 2 years ago? Because you got those same people.
They won the same. They had the same record that we had
No,
this year.
but didn't have the same record. But you had the same players, pretty much.
Hold on.
Yep.
Look at the record.
Hold on. You just made a point. Hey, fact check me. Did they 2 years ago? Did they win 4 games? Do y'all know that off the top of your head?
so he was 3 or 4.
I didn't look it up, but we got to go back and check that.
Yeah, it's the same team won 4 games the years.
It wasn't the same team totally.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
It wasn't. We can go pull a record.
Okay,
we can go pull a record.
Come on.
I say the nucleus was still there.
Okay.
The nucleus.
And that's what he got.
So the concept. So the concept that.
Jerry Rice's son was there for the 1-11 team. He transferred out before Prime even got there. So that's what I'm saying to you.
Listen. Obviously, you're going to have some players coming in. What I'm saying is that you could have kept some of the players, especially the offensive linemen, and some of the players that went pro this year. And then you could have finish talking. And then you could have brought in the Shador. You could have brought in Cam. You could have brought in Travis Hunter and some other pieces. And I believe they would have had the same exact result as far as the win-loss total they had this year.
I'm going to say that I don't think they asked those guys to leave. Those guys chose to leave. Because
Montana chose to leave.
Again, the concept. So the concept that we're questioning.
I think it's a mixture.
So Prime is doing something totally different from what we traditionally used to a program being.
With Coach Mo, the way he does his conditioning, I think it was a mixture of both. I think some players couldn't handle Coach Mo, and I think some players, decided to just leave. You know what I'm saying? I think it was a mixture of both.
After that spring game, what, about 20, 30 of them left?
Big Tiger, you said 60 versus 38 is a 22 more player difference. Yeah, 1-11 is a difference from 11-2 too. Colorado went 1-11. Alabama went 11-2. Why are you Why are 38 players leaving an 11-2 team?
Because they know they can start somewhere else.
It's just the day and age we live in. People leaving, dog. This is what's going on. This is what's going to happen.
Man, listen, we got couple people on the chat on the panel, man. It's like you guys got to be somewhat objective, man. I mean, you guys got to be so. We are. Man, you two are so defensive. Like, it's crazy, man. Like,
we are objective. We're just not buying into what you're saying. We just don't buy into it.
I mean, speak your mind. I don't care if you speak your mind, but a lot of these players lead these big programs because they want playing time, or they know they can't beat the person in front of them, so they just leave.
Yeah,
exactly. So why is CU any different then? Why is it Prime kicked everybody out?
Not any different. They just like everybody else.
That's what I'm saying. Man, so Prime didn't necessarily kick the people out. They chose to leave.
They chose to leave. It was a mixture of both. Yeah, it was a mixture of both.
The historic transfers that we had exit the program is just like every other school.
It might be a little larger. It might be a little more. But were we number one in the transfer portal this year?
No,
players leaving. I'm talking about the year prior, but
no. We got to talk about this year though.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Oh yeah,
we did. Jump on.
Hey, hold on.
Hey, let me say this real quick.
Coach Hayes, what's up, man?
Come on and give Boosie some backup.
Coach Hayes in the building.
I'm on Tiger, man. I'm on Tiger head tonight, man. I'm flopped.
Hey, let me say something real quick. Coach Hayes,
let Tiger have the flow.
Coach Hayes, if you want to jump on. But look, y'all, this is what we saying. Hey, this is all we saying right here, y'all. Like, Coach Prime did it his way. But look how the coach from Alabama did it. Look how Coach Fran Brown did it. Like, when Coach Prime came in, he came in aggressive. And he rubbed a lot of guys the wrong way. So he made them feel like, look, we really don't want y'all. Y'all might as well, and this is what he said. Y'all might as well go ahead and jump in that portal. Because I'm bringing my Louis. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a quarterback there. Listen to this right here. It was a quarterback there that came out of high school that was ranked higher than Shador. he could have been a great backup, but he left because he felt like he didn't have a chance to compete. Like Coach Prime set that stage. So last year when Shador went down, and now we was like, okay, when Shador goes down, we don't have a backup for real. This guy would have still been on the team if he didn't feel like I need to leave. This dude left and went to go play basketball.
He went to Miami.
So
who was
I remember. Yeah.
we can't.
I got a question for you,
He went
Tiger.
to,
I got a question for you.
Davidson.
I remember. Yeah.
I got a question for you, Tiger. Do we
So
know?
So that's the only.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, let me wrap this up now. I'll let you take off. But that's the only thing I'm saying. Like, it's the way he did it. He made guys feel like they weren't welcome. If he would have just evaluated some of these guys and talked to them and then pushed some guys out after spring, that would have been a little different. But when you push them out before you even do a practice with them, now you don't even really evaluate these guys. Go ahead.
Tiger, let me ask you a question, please.
Hold on, brother. I'm next, brother. Hold on, brother.
This one quick. This is gonna be real quick. I promise you. Tiger, your team at App State, your boys, were y'all a bunch of dogs there?
What you mean, Colorado?
Your team. No, your team you played on App State. Do you consider your team a bunch of dogs? If Coach Prime walked into your locker room, and said to y'all, I'm bringing my Louis. My job is to kick you off your job, the team. Your job is to stay. Would you have jumped in the portal?
Now, it depends on how they treated me. Because we was at the first school I went to, our coach told us at summer camp, hey, we got 25 too many people here. We finna run y'all until y'all quit. We finna just run y'all until y'all quit because we can't feed all y'all. So I couldn't afford to quit because I know my mom couldn't pay for my schooling. So I had to stay. But some kids that might have other options, they might say, man, I'm finna get up out of here, dog. This dude trying to kill us.
Coach Mo did the same thing in Colorado.
Tiger, you was a true dog then. You was a true
dog.
Them other puppies ran off.
But they ain't have another option. Yeah, but they ain't have another option. Some of these dudes had multiple options coming out of school. So if they know they can go to another coach that was recruiting them, they could just take that option. Say, man, look, I really don't like me, so I'm gonna go ahead and leave. He's trying to run me off. That means he don't like me. Because most guys that got talent, your coach really don't try to run you off.
Yeah.
So my question is, go ahead. I'll wait to you now.
So where did the vast majority of those players?
No.
I'm just asking, where did they end up?
Not you. It's my turn. Man.
Oh, D1.
So Tiger, internet started
Two of them still in that portal.
Two of them most of them still in the portal.
Go ahead, Jerome.
No, most of them still in the portal.
My question for Tiger is: so we talked about Prime the other day and how, like we all agreed he came in aggressive. He might have made a mistake, but we also agreed that he relied on his people around him to make those decisions. They said that they had better players for him than what was there. I think he understands that was a mistake and he's going to do things differently. But my question is for you, how do we know? Because you talk about the Alabama coach and the Syracuse coach and how they did it. How do we know that's going to work? Prime improved this program by 3 games and did a lot more for the pro. Is Alabama's coach, with the way he did it, is Alabama going to have 3 more wins this season? Because that means national championship. Is Syracuse going to win 9 or 10 games, which is a 3-game
improvement? The bar is much higher. Like when Coach Prime came in, he came in at a lower bar.
Exactly. So what I'm saying is you have to – we don't know the way that they came in if it's going to work because it's about improving. Regardless of where the bar is at, it's about improving. So are these coaches' programs going to improve?
Well, okay, answer this question for me right here. If you take that same 111 team and you put Shador on the team as quarterback, do you think that team would be better?
No.
You crazy.
Receiver had 300.
Wow.
Hey, hold on. Hey, let me say something. Hey, wait. Hey, let me say something.
Wow.
Hey, can y'all hear me? Hey, hold on. Wait.
Yeah,
hey, let me say something.
Ooh.
Bro, that 1-11 team didn't give up 400 yards rushing the game, dog. They didn't give up no 30 sacks either. That offensive line and that defensive line wasn't that bad. They just had bad coaching, and the quarterback wasn't that good.
But
you just said they had a quarterback on there that was higher rated than Shador.
No, but I'm saying,
But
no,
TCU
but what I'm saying is, see,
TCU put a 50.
I'm not blaming Prime for the way he did it because he didn't have much time because he stayed at Jackson. That's why I felt like he should have evaluated the offense and defensive line more thorough. Forget everybody else because he said it himself. The trenches. That's the difference between at Jackson State and Power 5. We played with HBCU offensive line last year, and we didn't have to. You see what I'm saying? That's all. That's my
promo. I wouldn't argue if Lamonius Craig stayed. He could have put up Weaver numbers.
Oh yeah, big time.
Exactly.
He could have put up Weaver numbers if he
stayed. But not only him. Remember, they had another receiver too. Remember the guy that was hurt?
Oh,
he was just as fast as Jimmy Horn.
Arizona State. Was it Tyson or something?
Yeah, Tyson. Jerry Rice.
We lost him.
Tyson Jordan.
They
had the quarterback, Nico. Remember they had
Jerry
Nico
Rice transferred out before Prime.
They
had good receivers, man.
And Reed, who went to Oregon. Oregon was decent.
And then he started talking bad about the team.
Yeah. Hey, I got a question for the panel.
So hold on, for promo. You or Tiger, you asked if the team would have got better with Shador coming. Remember, he would have brought Travis.
All of them. It would have been a better team.
So with a Travis, Shador, and Cam, you wouldn't tell me they couldn't go 4-8 with the team that already existed?
They don't want more than that.
Shallow.
Come on, they more than that.
That's Shador. Hey, listen, man.
Colorado, he said just Shador. You didn't say he said just Shador. He don't mention. Don't put the other players in there.
Well, we know what he meant, but CU's team
gives a different complex.
Hey, tennis.
Let's keep it real.
We know what he meant. Stop it, man.
Exactly. Let's keep it real though. CU's team last year should have won more games than they did, man. And I know we can say they should have lost those close games as well, but due to bad coaching, due to bad offensive line play, they lost games that they probably should have won. Like we can all agree to that, right? Like, they weren't really a 4-8 team. Like for real, they weren't really a 4-8.
7-win at best. 7-win team at best.
Their defense ranked 130.
So what Prime did it not necessarily work. It just maybe the execution just wasn't there. Like Prime was saying a lot. We got to learn how to lose. We know how to lose. We need to learn how to win now. So I don't think what Prime did necessarily was terrible because I watched every game from start to finish, and they should have won at least 3 more games. Now we know the overtime games they could have lost, but we should have won. A question
for the panel: do y'all start the freshman at left tackle or right tackle?
We don't know. We gotta see what he do.
Yeah,
either way he'll be good.
Do y'all start Benson?
Left or right, he'll survive it. He'll be.
I would not start him.
Hey, I got another question for y'all.
Benson?
We had an issue running the ball last year, right?
Yeah.
That 1-11 team didn't have an issue running the ball
because they had a consistent running back. They had a consistent running back.
But there was 1-11. Something went wrong.
Bro, I'm talking about the offensive line. See, you looking at the record. Forget the record. We talking about the players.
Y'all look at the record too.
We talking about the players, bro. We not talking about the record. We talking about the players that left.
But in their defense, no one was.
This guy, you gotta relax.
We weren't. Prime wasn't bringing in no offensive lineman. Only person he was bringing in was Tyler Brown. The O-line could have stayed. They left to go with their position. Prime wasn't getting rid of no O-line players. Like, come on, that's not even the O-line, D-line. That's not even Prime specialty. Man. He has nothing to do with anything that goes on there. Now those skill players, I can see him kicking the skill players out. I can see him telling the skill players to get in the portal because he knew who he wanted to bring.
You 4th string, you got to go.
Hey, Jerome, bro, that's not true because there's articles of offensive linemen saying that Boyle said specifically to him, hey, I personally like you, but the boss told me that you have to go. I can look it up, bro.
Please,
the boss is in Prime or Sean Lewis, the coordinator.
No,
Coach Hayes said give him 5 minutes. He's going to get on here. Can I get my opinion on it real quick? I feel like, man,
yes, it's all yours,
I feel like the offensive line on that 111 team was way better than that 4-8 offensive line, though. In my opinion,
way better. Way better.
I think we had one Board State, but they tried to make him lose weight or something like that. And he left.
And let me say this, y'all, because I'm gonna drop out. And let me say this, because I'm gonna drop out, and when Coach Hayes get back in, I'm gonna bring him up. But look, y'all, I'm not like going at Coach Prime and saying he did a lot of stuff wrong, because Coach Prime was under a lot of pressure. He was going through stuff with his body. He was fighting for his life. He had to let other people make decisions for him. Right. So the only thing that I say that I wish Coach Prime didn't do was just make that statement. And I know why he did it. He did it for the documentary or whatever, and to make a statement to let everybody know, look, we here, we serious, we only want people here that and he mean with that real stern approach. I get it. But when you're dealing with some people that's used to losing, that don't really got that fight in them like that, a lot of them cats, they gonna run, they gonna leave. But if you would have put Shador in there, and Shador would have came with his swagger, just like when Cam Newton went to Auburn, just like when Brady left New England and went to Tampa. Look how he turned Tampa around. And then look how New England folded when Brady left. So a quarterback can change your whole program.
That's right.
Man, Tom Brady couldn't have helped that 1-11 CU team. I don't care what y'all say. Tom Brady couldn't help that team.
They could have bring Brady on.
Okay.
Could have went back and
Tom Brady could have helped that 1-11 CU team. Them boys was terrible. I went back and watched some of their film. Them boys was straight garbage trash, man.
The 4-18 offensive line was ass.
Let's remember, Shador wouldn't be coming alone though. He'd be bringing the whole GSU crew.
I just want a clarification. Is this not the same exact process that Prime used at JSU?
You can't compare, man.
No. Is this not the same process?
I'll answer it for you. It is the same process, and he had the same issue. That's why he could never win that last game. Look at the offensive line and look at the defensive line at North Carolina
it's all
Central.
about the winning the bowl game, not the
it's
12.
North Carolina Central. Look at Central. Look at that offensive line and look at that defensive line. They was too big.
Well, actually,
they got
the same problem.
They lost that ball.
Ron don't know nothing about the trenches, man. That's not his cup of tea. He don't know nothing about the trenches. He's depending on those people.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
They lost the last bowl game because they both dropped that ball.
They played those guys heads up.
Yeah, true.
Did you guys watch the game? Go back and watch the game.
Yeah, I watched the game. Bro, they gave up like
won that game.
Bro, they gave up like
all the way through.
They gave up like 300 yards rushing.
They played them hands up.
Central ran all over them.
Bro, they ran all over them. They didn't even throw the ball. They threw the ball about 5 times.
Hey, they still hung in there though. JSU was in there. They only lost because they got
But you missing the point. We talking about the trenches. We got to fix that. That's the only way we're going to win.
We agree with you completely. This all started about gelling a team. That's what it started, about gelling a team.
Yeah, the trenches have to gel.
JSU kept losing to teams that had more chemistry.
Bigger offensive line. Yep.
And people
we wouldn't even be having this discussion if the tight end hadn't dropped the ball and then
facts.
We wouldn't even do
that. Defensively did their job. But he dropped the ball. And they were on his head after that.
He dropped the ball.
I mean, if you're not elite in the trenches, you're not going to win.
Put him in a position to win. That's what that means.
Hey, listen,
he can fulfill the job. That's the easiest pass. That's the easiest catch you can make in your lifetime right there. I don't see how he dropped that.
Or whoever's talking, like, yes, we all Colorado fans, but Prime ain't God now. Like,
no,
I'm saying, yes, he is. What make he ain't God? What's wrong with you, man?
Did he put the team in position to win? Yes or no?
You said what?
You gonna set us up like that or set me up like that? Yeah, he's God.
If they're not elite in the trenches, they're not going to win no more than 6 games. I'm just saying it right now. You have to be elite in the trenches.
I agree, man.
Okay,
for sure. My question for the panel is, regardless of my question for the panel is, would y'all consider Colorado's season last year a success or a failure? One word answer.
Success.
Okay.
Success.
I want to answer that question about being elite in the trenches
was success, but chemistry was a failure.
Was TCU elite in the trenches when they went to the championship?
Who?
No. Got blown out.
TCU. Was they elite?
They rushed for 400 yards.
My point is they made it to the championship. No, did they make it to the championship? Did they have elite line?
They had to be elite to get to the championship.
No, that's not necessarily true. You can have other parts of your team to be elite and not.
No,
you can't get to a national championship game and not have an elite Dealing with the trenches.
That's not
Coach Hayes.
necessarily
What's up,
true.
Coach
That's
Hayes?
not necessarily
Coach
true.
Hayes in
You
the
can
building.
you can have a good offensive line that hold their own, but they don't have to be. They don't necessarily have to be elite.
Oh, come on
You
now. You
hanging
went from
on to the
elite.
elite word, man.
You
Like,
went from
come on,
elite.
let's keep it real.
What
Some
I'm
of y'all
saying
just
is,
trying to
so
talk the talk now. Like y'all just talking the talk. Like,
He
come
went
on
from
now.
elite
Let's be realistic.
You went from
no.
elite to elite elite.
You
And
said
only
no. But no,
Hey, Warren, you
I'm
made your
saying
point, Warren.
this.
You made your point, Warren. We got it, brother. Elite,
Hey,
elite.
get
We
Yeah,
get
got
get,
it.
get
Let's
Coach
move
Hayes the
on.
mic, man. Coach
Yeah,
Hayes,
Yeah,
what
Coach
you
Coach
got?
Hayes.
Hayes, what you got to say?
Warren.
Was it Coach Hayes? I want to know from you. Do you think the season was a success or failure?
Oh
One
no,
word.
success, straight up.
Yes, sir. 100%.
So, Coach Hayes, what about our conversation in regards to Prime not necessarily needing to get rid of the all the players he got rid of from Colorado that first year? Do you agree that if he brought in his JSU talent and maybe plugged a couple other holes, that they could have ended up with the same result 4-8?
Oh man, that's why I've been trying to be good, dog.
Hey,
No, we want to hear
Dark
what you got to
side,
say,
Hayes.
Coach.
Just go
Inquiring minds want to
Hold on.
know.
Yeah.
First of all, man,
Keep it 100, Coach. Tell us.
shout out to Big Tiger Media. This is my first time actually catching the show. I was in working on some stuff, man. I love the conversation. Some of the same people, but the conversation cool, man. I love it, man. But anyway, back to what I was saying, and I can't tell the name, so I don't know who I'm really speaking to. I don't see. I just see the pictures.
Okay, this Boosie, man.
Warren G in the building.
You know me,
Warren
brother.
G. Oh Lord, Warren G.
We need your answer, Coach.
You know the tennis
All right,
channel. You know me. We know each other.
All right,
well,
let him cook. Let him cook. Let him cook.
All right. So here's what I'll say. There's different approaches, right? I said this before. There's the anaconda approach, and then there's the rattlesnake approach. Prime went in with the rattlesnake strike and bite it, and everything know is hit. Versus sometimes you got to squeeze kids out of a program, and they don't even realize they being squeezed out. Right. You know, sometimes things can seem a certain way, and people rebel because they don't understand the process, right? They don't get it. So players dip. Versus the anaconda approach, meaning like I think somebody said, the coach said, we're gonna run you off till you quit. Right? Somebody said that earlier. I think we're gonna run you off.
Tiger.
Okay. Well, the difference between that was rattlesnake. The difference with the anaconda is he don't tell nobody that. He just keep running the hell out of y'all until 25 of y'all quit. And then you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
Prime was more upfront with it then, which is
so Prime was more upfront, but what you got in return was a mass exodus. Maybe that's what he wanted, and that's okay. If that's what he wanted, then that's all right. Yeah. But at the end of the day, that's what you get, right? If you ease people out, you know what I'm saying? It's all on your preference or how you want to do it. But you know, it is what it is. You can still get the same results. You just do it two different ways.
Exactly. True. The Prime way, baby.
Yeah. Now we were just concerned. I think Promo was speaking too about it, that he pushed out some players that definitely could have contributed to the team last year, such as the O-line talent, such as the offensive line talent.
Coach Hayes, what do you see Colorado record being this year with the new team, and do you see it improving?
6-6. I said it already. So I say 6-6. I don't believe in this ceiling and floor. Like people are like, oh well, the floor is 6-6 and the ceiling is 11-1. Bro, that's a 5-game swing, dog. That dog, to me, that's hedging your bet. If you say ceiling and floors, and there's some new thing I ain't never heard that before. Like that's for teams. That's for people that don't want to be wrong. That's for people that think about what I just said. You went from bowl eligible to playoff eligible. That's how big a swing you put on the record. Now, if you said 6-6, 7-5, 8-9 wins, 9-10 wins, I get that. But 6-6 to 10 win, bro, like stand on business, as y'all say, right? Because here's the deal. So I say 6-6. Colorado goes 8 games. You know how many people gonna flock to my channel and be like, you were wrong, you were wrong, right? But if I say 6-6, 10-0, or 10-2, and they win 8 games, 9 games, 10 games, I wasn't wrong. So stay
be wrong. Well, right. I'm gonna be one of those guys that let you know you was wrong.
Definitely. I already said 10-2, brother. You know that.
Yeah, but here's my thing, though, Tennis Channel and whoever else. Make sure y'all came to the channel last year when I was right.
Okay.
Yeah, the problem
last year was last year.
But you let last year pass. What I'm saying is, when I whoa now, when I was right, ain't nobody come flying to the channel be like, dang, go ahead, you was right, dog.
Yeah,
I'm not doing that one.
I tell you what, I promise you, brother. You and I got a bet going that our record will be better than Miami's record. Now,
sir, I bet you the left side of your beard. I bet you the left side of your beard.
Yeah, we did. Listen, but here, for me right now, when I looked at your record, that's a fool's bet, because everybody that you have on your your schedule this year, you can probably beat them.
Exactly. So you want to make the bet, not me.
I'm gonna still take the bet.
And there go the fool. So here go the
brother called me a fool.
And we got the worst part about it. Can I tell you?
We all know he's a fool.
Yeah, but can
let Coach Hayes cook. Let him cook now. Let him cook.
Everybody says that, but I never offered a bet. Everybody bets me that Colorado's record is going to be better than Miami. I don't bring up Miami when I'm talking about Colorado unless somebody else does or I'm making a comparison. But like you made that bet with me, you brought that up to this channel, not me. Dave Talk Bluff brought that bet up to me, not me. And guess what? I take that bet every day of the week.
Yeah. So Coach Hayes,
we on, baby.
What goes into the 6-6 prediction you have?
Newness and injury. I said that the other day on the I was on a Twitter space. I think it was Dalvin the Truth EFD that came on. They had Clark and them invited me on there. And I was talking to what should do a quarterback trainer? DC, I believe his name is the quarterback trainer.
Yeah,
Daryl.
Yeah, he was. I think they was calling him DC. So I was talking to him, and I said 6-6, and he was like, "Well, why?" And somebody else said, "Oh, it's disrespectful." And I was just saying, "No." I said, "Bro, you got to understand, newness and injury is Colorado's Achilles heel right now."
Yep.
But explain newness. Explain newness. Injuries, I understand, but explain newness.
Okay, your entire offense besides Shador, Travis, Jimmy Horn is new.
Sounds familiar.
True. That's good. That's okay. I'm good with that.
I know that's newness. You asked what newness is.
You got to build that chemistry. You got to build that chemistry.
I don't necessarily believe it, but okay.
You don't believe that they're new? Name somebody else.
Matter of fact, I know that they're new. Matter of fact,
so how do you say you don't believe it if you know they're new?
No, you got.
Don't forget Miller. Don't forget Amari Miller, even though that's still only one more player. But
Amari Miller played USC game. How many more plays he played after that?
Yeah. But he played. The point that he played. He's got experience, but he's not new now. They know each other. He got chemistry now.
In addition to the players, we have new coaches as well.
I didn't get to that part yet. I was trying to explain so he understood what newness was. And I get it. Omarion Miller, yeah, he played. Rudy played for Notre Dame too, but that don't mean he got
But you're saying that if it's because they're new, they can't do a superior job or an adequate job. And we're talking about the coaches and the players. You're saying because
is adequate.
That ain't.
I don't really care about the 6 losses and why you think we're gonna lose 6. Let's hear about the 6 wins. Why we gonna win 6?
Because you're just a better team than those teams. I think you're a better team than those teams. But I want to finish my newness statement.
Yeah.
Then let's get to the coordinators or the coaches, right? You got Robert Livingston. I made a video or a show about he is the most important hire for Colorado.
Yeah, I saw that.
He is the most important hire because it's his first time on the job. This doesn't mean he's going to do a bad job. We don't know job. We don't know what you're going to get out of him as a coordinator. There are many coaches in this profession who are great position coaches, not great coordinators. There are many coaches in this job that are great coordinators and not great head coaches. There are many coaches in this job that are great head coaches, terrible coordinators.
Sean Lewis.
Or you got guys who can do it all. So I say all that to say, we don't know yet because he has not done it. So that's why I say he is the most important hire. One thing I will say, he has to be a smart guy because he's lasted, I want to say, two different head coaches and 4 coordinators at the Bengals. And most coaches don't survive that. So it's either he know the right people and got pictures of somebody, or he's a very smart guy. And I'm gonna go with the latter and say he's a very smart guy. But he has not been in the coordinator role. He has not had to make those decisions every 25 seconds. He has not had to look at the situation. It's 3rd and 3. This is what they do. Oh, wait a minute. It's 3rd and 3. This is what they do, but their top player is down. Now number 2 is their top player. What happens now? All of those things go through your mind in a hurry. That's football. I don't know. He may come out and be the man, but we don't know. And I think that's fair to say.
But have you looked at the qualifications of what a coordinator does, what his qualifications are? A lot of it has to do with being able to motivate men, being motivated individuals. And a part of that has to do, he has to have had some type of hands-on experience with the player. Well, if you say you're a coordinator now, okay, the people that you worked with, okay, do you have any production with them? Out the DC we got now, he has the hands-on experience of working with players. I think he works mostly with DBs, I believe. But that's right. That's part of the qualification.
I agree. You can't just qualify and being good is 2 different things, right? Just because you're a valedictorian don't mean you could be the principal, dog.
I can.
Yeah. So
that's what I'm trying to tell you. So I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with you. Just because you're a sharpshooter in the Army don't mean you could be a general. What I'm telling you is I don't know. And yeah, those qualifications are great. When my first year being a coordinator was way different than my 10th year being a coordinator. I still was a coordinator, but I learned through my experience. I learned through this. I learned through different situations. You learn on the job. You get better as you do it more. North Dakota State will be his first time calling a play live against an opponent.
Right.
I agree.
That's just fair.
I agree.
So hey, Coach
Are we better than
Coach Hayes? You brought up Livingston and him being able to sustain going through different coaches, being a secondaries coach. But does it also concern you that he stayed in that position the entire time and never was elevated, never was promoted, never was hired by another team to a bigger position?
No, because he's young in the game. He doesn't have enough time on task, right? So when you're young in the game, I don't necessarily knock that, right? I know Tennis Channel on here, right?
I'm here. Yes, sir.
We may not get along. I'm just playing, but let's say we see different. But I will refer to Tennis Channel before I refer to Tiger. I literally just met Tiger. So it's all about relationships at that point, right? So I don't know, I mean, just looking at it, it's not like monsterjobs.com. Football don't work like that. Coaching don't work like that. It's all about relationship, who you know and who you owe. Who you owe a favor to and who you know. That's really what it's about. Calling a spade a spade.
You really believe that we're better than 6 of the teams on our schedule? And why? What makes you believe that we're better than those 6 teams? Because I hear what you're talking about in how we can lose the games and go 6-6, but